what's up? My name's Simson Cruz, and I'm your podcaster for today. And I'm gonna talk about five people who have a linguistic background and has a noteworthy contribution to the language progress. The following are Aristotle, Robert Luth, William Jones, Ferdinand D. Saussure, and Noam Chomsky. So let us start with Aristotle. Aristotle played an important role in the progress of language, to which his studies provided great contribution. He demythologized language, making it a tool for rational investigation. Also provided the very first semantic analysis of proposition, that is being distinguished into two main parts: the predicate that expresses property and the remainder that's being referred to a substance which where the property is being assigned. The remainder is basically the subject and the predicate is which goes by the term of Aristotle, was identified as a verb in a sentence. He defined nouns and verbs as word classes and later on gives introduction for the term case for paradigmatic morphological variations. Next on our list is Robert Luth. Robert Luth is a bishop of a church from England that contributed to the progress of language through publishing his book. He entitled this book A Short Introduction to English Grammar. In his book, he created rules about the English grammar. He did it in the sense that he is recognized as an authority. In the year 1794, his book was being used as an inspiration for Lindsay Murray to write a similar concept and was titled English Grammar. Both Luth and Murray's work were republished several times, influencing several generations of people to which how English was made today. The next one is William Jones. William Jones was an English philologist, an Orientalist, and a jurist. He also founded the Asiatic Society of Bengal while being a student of ancient India and serving as a judge in the highest court at Calcutta. His works about preposition made him known for many people. The generation of widespread interest in Eastern history, language, and culture of people was done through scholarships under by him. This led to a new direction in the linguistic research. Next one is Ferdinand de Saussure. He is a Swiss linguist. His ideas laid a foundation for many significant developments in both linguistics and semiology in 20th century. Saussure was one of the founders of the structuralism, credited with establishing modern linguistics. At a very young age, he applied principle of structural analysis to solve a problem concerning the reconstruction of the Indo-European language family. Saussure's great insight was that the relation between sound and meaning is arbitrary, and that all languages are structured in a fundamentally similar fashion. His work had a huge impact on linguists in Europe and North America. Saussure introduced structuralism in linguistics, marking a revolutionary break in the study of language, which had till then been historical and philological. The next one is Noam Chomsky. Chomsky is an American linguist, philosopher, author, and lecturer. He is an institute professor and professor emeritus of linguistics at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Chomsky is credited with the development of theory of generative grammar, considered to be one of the most significant contributions to the field of linguistics made in the 20th century. His naturalistic approach to the study of language has also affected the philosophy of language and mind. Chomsky is also credited with the establishment of Chomsky hierarchy, a classification of formal languages in terms of their generative power. Chomsky hypothesized that language is far deeper than what Skinner believed it to be. Skinner believed that children learn language by imitating and repeating what they hear. Chomsky made the study of language scientific. He demonstrated that despite of the observable variety of world's language, there is likely only one inventory of linguistic features to be, which all language, including dead, still used, or even those are being developed, are combination of these elements. After Chomsky, linguistics is now defined as scientific study of language, to which the language is identified as singular. Language is being questioned whether it is developed or it is a case of evolution. In my opinion to this question is that in the early ages, language didn't exist, yet humans still find ways and means to communicate with other human beings. They base their communication through what they hear and the sounds they are making. As time goes by, the progress of language is ascending, to which it evolves, creating more different ways of communicating. Due to linguists and researchers, language has been deeply understood and know its concept. From different simple sounds combined together into forming simple words. Words are being used as an ingredient to forming language. Everything to the course of time is not constant, to which made language not constant. Everything changes, and so as language. It changes through time. As we observe, there are different ways of language evolving through time, and an example of this is the English language. It has Old English, Middle English, and the Modern English. Overall, my belief is that language is a case of evolution as it evolves through time. That's all. Thank you for listening to my podcast. This is Namsujanda Cruz. I hope you learned something. Peace out. Goodbye.